Things are fixed, kind of. Unfortunately, Melissa, your camera is very pixelated on stream. I don't know why.
Uh,
It just
but
is,
you
is the
see me
thing.
clearly, right?
It's pixelated on Skype too, but it doesn't seem as bad
What?
on Skype. So I don't know what
I don't
the
know
deal
how to
is
be
with
not pixelated. I don't know how to give my computer extra juice.
Don't pour juice on your computer. That will probably not help. It could be a number of things, so we'll just have to stick with it for now. Could be my roommate downloading something. Could just be gremlins. I don't know. Melissa,
Notorious gremlins.
how are you, Melissa?
I'm good. I just ate a biscuit. I hope the biscuit did not curse the recording.
Yeah, those goddamn biscuits, pesky biscuits. Melissa, you are dressed in this bright red Scarlet Witch looking outfit. It looks great.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah, it does look good. Speaking of Scarlet Witch, you and I just recorded our WandaVision reactions with Ignacio. He joined us for that. So yeah. General thoughts on WandaVision? Good? Thumbs up?
There's been thumbs up. Kyle, you've never seen me give a thumbs down to anything. My thumbs don't go that way. This could be the one. No, never. How dare you? I liked it a lot. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that with a show with so much going on, not every single thing got tied up in a neat little bow in the final episode, but it was emotionally very satisfying.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I think the more it's sitting with me, maybe the less I'm liking it. But it has some great stuff in there, that's for sure. But you guys can go check out our full thoughts and all that on the Reactor Core, which is one of our other podcasts that you guys can check out. So yeah, go do all of that stuff. Speaking of which, here's the only other Marvel thing that I want to ask you. How does your excitement for WandaVision, like now that it's all done and you've seen the entire thing, how excited are you for Falcon and Winter Soldier? Has this made you more excited? About the same? Also, maybe like tempered expectations? What's going on?
I'm still pretty excited. Falcon and the Winter Soldier seems like maybe a bit less. It's certainly more normal than WandaVision, and because of that, it may have fewer mysteries to solve.
Yeah.
Which could be good or could be bad. I'll have to watch the first episode or two and find out, but I am excited for it. I'm excited for all of these.
Very true. Yeah, I'm still super excited. I think it's gonna be a blast, and I think it will be maybe a little. It won't be as strange. I think it's gonna be very straightforward, and so I think a lot of people can get behind it. So. Should be good. I'm excited for that indeed. Woo. Besides that, though, how was your week?
It's good. But I donated blood. That was a highlight. I did it successfully. They took the blood. They said the blood was good enough.
Gotcha. Good. I mean, I did hope. Hopefully, they would be like, "This blood is not good enough." That'd be bad.
Inferior blood. No, the last 2 times I've tried to donate blood, I go and my iron's not low enough, which is not a thing you're able to calculate on your own. I don't have the iron machine that the Red Cross has. I'm so embarrassed when I go in there and it doesn't work. So I really prepped this time. And thankfully it paid off.
Oh man, Sam says one time my blood wasn't good enough. Well, like now I'm imagining like a blood donation center or something like that, where they're just petty and judging. I'm just like, oh, O negative. And then just like walk off.
It's the wrong shade of red.
Right, yeah.
You have cool undertones. We're looking for warm undertones here. We need more of a carmine.
It's like, ooh, it's too burgundy. We were looking for maroon.
Too thick, too thin.
Oh, well. Yeah, I don't think I've, like, actually given blood. Like, I've had blood drawn for stuff every now and then, but I don't think I've been like, I'm going to go donate blood.
You should give it a try. It doesn't take that long. The Red Cross is very friendly. You get to have snacks afterwards. You know those little wafer cookies that come in, like, the Neapolitan package with, like, the chocolate, vanilla, strawberry? You know those guys.
I think so.
Those long, thin wafer cookies.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah.
They had a pack of those, but it was banana flavored. I didn't know those cookies came in non-Neapolitan flavors. I thought it was only those 3. It was a revelation.
They must have like a secret Sunday bar of stuff where you could just pick your cookies to go in there. Oh, we got ones that taste like nuts. We have ones that taste like bananas and chocolate syrup and caramel, and they got vanilla and all that stuff. Wild.
Exciting to learn.
Have you ever eaten a food that tastes like something else? Like it's like, this is a grape, but it tastes like pizza. Not that that's a thing. I'm just saying. Have you had something like that?
I've had the grapes that taste like cotton candy. Those are wild.
I haven't had those. I don't know where to get them. I mean, I guess I could find them online.
When I first heard about them years ago, somebody was like, oh, you can get them at Whole Foods, but I'm never near a Whole Foods. Finally, my local Schnucks got them in.
Okay.
Yeah. 12% of a Foods.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I'd like to try out something like that. But I don't like. I've had the like Birdie Bots every flavor jelly bean stuff, and they have some dumb ones like here's grass, here's earwax. You know, they have some weird flavors with that. But I don't know if I count jelly beans in that same category, because that's kind of the conceit, right? Like they're supposed to taste like other things.
Yes.
I don't know.
There is no jelly bean flavor. That isn't a flavor.
I mean, wouldn't bean be the default flavor?
I've never had a bean flavored jelly bean. I've never been into it. And I'm like, yeah, pinto.
Someone should just make a default flavor jelly bean.
Jelly.
A belly gene. Like they should just make a default one, and just like you don't know what the flavor is. Like it has no flavor. It is just the like, the consistency, but no flavor.
This is the jelly bean constant. We ran a lot of scientific tests. This is pure jelly bean. We test all other jelly beans against this.
The jelly bean control.
Its pH is 0.
That'd be wild. I remember the first time I saw yellow watermelon. My mind was blown.
Inside or outside?
Outside. Well, I was eating it outside, but it was the inside of the watermelon that was yellow.
I presumed the green part was yellow, but then I thought, what if the red part is yellow?
It was the red part.
I don't think I like that.
Yeah, it was the red part, and I had never seen it. And I was like, what is this? Is this
that's
pineapple?
Unsettling. Does it still taste red?
Yeah, it tasted exactly the same, except it's yellow.
Where did you get this?
I was at a friend's house, and we went over to another friend's house for a barbecue. So it was like a friend of a friend here, and they just had burgers and hot dogs and stuff and watermelon, and it was yellow. And I was just like, what did you guys do? Who peed in the watermelon?
This watermelon is part of the Yellow Lantern Corps. It works for Sinestro.
The watermelon of fear. Yeah, I that was the only thing that I was like expecting it to taste different, but they were like, no, it's exactly the same thing, but it's a different color. Sam says, I found a shiny watermelon. Yeah, it's like a shiny Pokemon hunting. Just like the rare exception.
Before I got my first Blu-ray player, I thought the discs were blue. I was really disappointed. They're mostly blue. Just DVD colored.
They are just. What is a DVD color really? What is the color of a DVD?
Silver hollow.
I want to see that on a crayon. What does that look like?
The holographic crayon.
Or like a paint thing at Lowe's. Yeah, I like the silver hollow. I think I'm gonna go with that one in the bathroom. I was thinking more of an eggshell gold.
You can mix the glitter into your house paint and make your wall glitter.
You could. I don't know if that would be hollow, like a hologram thing, but
yeah, I don't know if you can paint a wall like you paint your nails.
I don't know. Alan is in the chat. Hey, friends, he says.
Hi, Alan.
Friend, how are you? How are you guys tonight? Alan, we've been discussing foods that don't look like they should look or taste completely different than what they should taste like. Right? Like those cotton candy grapes. Or stuff like that. I've eaten yellow watermelon before. So there you go. That's it. Okay, what else? I think that's all like food related stuff that's coming to mind for me though on that stuff. This week for me, what did I do? So I got the opportunity to do a videographer job thing this week.
Ooh.
My first freelance gig with that. So I've been super excited about that. I'm not done, but hopefully we'll be done with it in the next couple days here. But on Monday, I got to go to my roommate's work because they hired me to do a video for them. Basically their award ceremony, which is something they like to do in person. But of course, because of COVID, they were like, well, we can't really do that. So, so I ventured out into the world, wore my mask for the longest I've ever worn my mask because I'm inside all the time. So I never really need to wear my mask because I'm just here at this desk.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time you told me you went anywhere farther than your backyard.
I've been out to grocery shop. Was the first that was at the start of the pandemic, maybe a month in. Right, when it was okay, we're gonna be here a little longer than we thought, and then I went out for my roommate's birthday. That was back in November, and then this past week I got this job. So I've been working on that, but I'm kind of really excited about it because it's been a really cool opportunity for me because I don't really have experience with that except for the stuff I do here with the Whatnauts and all of the production stuff I do with that. But I like that it's so hyper focused of this is the one thing that I do with that I don't have other experience. But I've gotten to show my roommate some of the stuff that I've done and some of the stuff I'm working on. I've been working on a new Patreon video for us. Because the one we have up there of this is who we are and what we do is extremely outdated. The logo that's up there was our placeholder logo before I made the very, very first logo 5 years ago. So it's real bad and it's real old and outdated and stuff like that. So I need to fix that. And I've been working on that, but I'm waiting for certain things to come together and be like, okay, I now have that footage and I now have this footage. And so I'm sitting here like, scheming how to make it good.
Planning, plotting. Good.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've been working on this video for them this week. That's been like the highlight of my week, and I'm getting paid to make it too. So hell yeah.
That's super exciting.
Real good. So
my office might be hiring new people soon who I will need to train remotely. So I may also be making some videos soon so that they've got the same tutorials to keep referring back to.
There you go.
Because they can't just wheel their chairs over to my desk and poke at me for me to show them again.
Exactly. So now you know how OBS kind of works. I've shown you a little bit of that. You can use that to be like, here's me and my camera. Then we'll switch to the scene where you can see my screen and all that stuff. And then you like, bam, you just hit
there's
that
a
button and you're good.
Microsoft Teams has something.
Yeah. Microsoft.
I don't have to go outside of the software that's already on my work computer.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, but I've been excited about that.
That's
Alan
very
says,
exciting.
I'm super happy for you, Kyle. Thanks, Alan. Yeah, hopefully down the road this means either I can do more stuff with them or with other people, or use those skills here at the Whatnauts and make other kinds of videos and stuff that we don't normally do. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes.
Promising.
Have you ever been hired to do some kind of like freelance thing for someone else? Whether it was like, hey, this is my friend's work and they need to do this, or yeah, I know how to install hardwood floors. I'm going to install my friend's hardwood floor or something.
Cheapers, no. Once when I was in 9th grade, I was sitting in chemistry class working on some art class homework before class started.
Gotcha.
I was doing like an oil pastels. I just had my little sketchbook and my oil pastels out, and my chemistry teacher, I think, paid me $40 to like do an oil pastel portrait of her godson. So it's the most art I've ever made for freelance work.
Sure.
Half a lifetime ago. Yes.
There you go. That's good stuff.
I keep waiting for somebody to try and pay me for a cake, and nobody's done it.
You absolutely need to like start an Etsy store and just be like, buy my cakes and I'll ship them.
But there's like real professional home bakers. Like, I'm not on that level. I just make it pretty good the like 4 times a year when I know somebody who's having a birthday and there's a cake opening.
You should reach out to a couple friends and stuff and be like, hey, if you ever need to make a cake for like a friend's birthday or something, hit me up. Here's my prices. And then, you know.
No, well, I don't want to make people pay me for it right away. I want somebody to ask me first, like, hey, as a favor. And if I do the favor good enough, maybe then somebody will give me another $40.
Melissa, if you're good at something, never do it for free. That's what they say.
But there's professionals out there. I'm not on a professional. Like, people can't pay me for what I do. I'm just a chump in an apron.
They absolutely can. You'll get there, but it's also the experience, right? Like, the more experience you get at that stuff, the better you get too, right? So yeah. You'll get there. That's for sure. That's like my vision of you in the future is like Melissa owns some like small local bakery. She's just happy making cakes. Oh. And in the back, she also has her like vaporwave office in the back there, right?
Important.
Right?
Yeah, I'm baking cakes, I'm doing this, and I'm still managing academic journals, my 3 greatest skills.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And then you're like inside a mall, so you get to work in a mall like every day.
A mall.
That is
every dream. I ride a cloud to work.
That, right? That is like the ideal vision of of Melissa. That is right there. So good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. In other movie news and stuff like that, F9 got delayed by a month. That is the next Fast and the Furious movie. I think that's supposed to be out this summer. I don't know if they have plans yet to also put that on some kind of streaming service or not. I don't think I've heard.
Man, why watch it in your house? Unless you put it on a portable device and then watch it in your car, which would be less good fidelity than in your house, but you're in a car, so it's more realistic.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Go driving somewhere while watching that. It'd probably be dangerous, but that'd be fun. You know?
Yeah, don't drive and watch, but like you may drive while a friend watches in the back seat and describes the action to you.
You specifically have to own like a soccer mom mini van with the TVs in the back of the seat. That's the only way you can watch F9 in a car.
Man, it's still so exciting when you're just driving around minding your own business and you're behind one of those cars.
Oh, you have to figure it out.
Yeah, like you try and creep up as much as you can to see if you can figure out what the movie is. And like it's always for kids. So it's
like SpongeBob
always Finding Nemo.
Yeah, Finding
Nemo. Or like
Nemo.
something that's so new you don't recognize it. Like this might be Bubble Guppies. This might be Octonauts. I don't know. I don't have a child.
Yeah, like that is like one of the like compulsory things of like, if you see this, that's what you have to do. Like it is law. It is like universal law. You have to figure out what they're
I
watching.
want one of those fans and I want to program something weird on it and drive around, but there's nobody in the backseat watching those. I'm the only person in the car.
It's the max headroom videos.
Perfect.
Yes, exactly. That's what you drive on your way to the mall to work at your cupcake store in the mall that has your vaporwave office in the back.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't know. I still need to do like a Fast and the Furious watch through because I stopped after Tokyo Drift. So that was the third one.
I've never seen one of them. I was thinking about pitching this to you whenever we're done watching *Halt and Catch Fire*. I know it would be your turn to pitch the next ongoing series to me, but we could do, May we watch Fast 1 through 4, June we watch Fast 5 through 8.
Yeah, I my one hang up with that is that I don't feel like we'd get enough space to talk about them individually, right? Especially if we're doing let's talk about 4 movies at once. I mean, which we've done for like James Bond and Mission Impossible.
We fit all
and
6
stuff like
Missions
that.
Impossible into one podcast.
We did. I feel like these movies are so ridiculous that you need to like take each one as, or at least like
one apiece.
Certain groups of them, like 1 and 2 you can talk about together, and then like 3 is maybe its own thing, and then like 4, 5, and 6 are maybe its own thing, right?
Okay.
Like you have to do it a little bit something like that.
Tell me about the watch orders. What's the machete order for Fast and Furious?
I mean, I think you kind of have to watch them all, especially for F9 to make sense, because everyone is coming back and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like I stopped after Tokyo Drift, and I just never kept up with it. But I feel like it's another one of those things of like, I really want to get back into that series because F9 looks ridiculous, right? So I should probably do a rewatch of that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, or like rewatch / watch for the first time.
Yeah.
Thing. I don't know.
Revisit.
Like that.
Revisit and see.
Indeed. Other movie thing I wanted to talk about. I have 2 more movie things here. The next one was this Space Jam 2 stuff. They released some new pictures. Not much, but
so is this a sequel to the first Space Jam? Like when Bugs Bunny has to team up with LeBron James, I believe it is. He references the fact that he already did this with Michael Jordan.
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know if this is actually like sequel, or if this is just like, hey, we're taking that concept again and we're doing it again, and maybe making it self-aware, where there's going to be some in-jokes and stuff like that. Sam says Space Jam 2 sounds like a garbage fire. So I'm not really sold on this film yet. But these images are kind of weird. I know they were going after Lola Bunny because she's I don't want to say she's sexy in the first one, but she has she has more sex appeal to her in that first one, and then they took that out in this second one, and I think people are mad. Like, how come girl bunny no have boobs? What?
It was her defining characteristic. I think she opened the door to a lot of people.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's stuff like that is bound to happen when any remake or animated remake, something like that happens. The same thing happened for the Final Fantasy VII remake when they finally showed Tifa and they were like, how come boobs smaller? And they're like, sports bra. Do you know how those things work? Obviously not.
That's what Lola's up to. Yeah, boobs are great in all sizes and on all forms of animated characters.
Yeah, I'm
trying to find a. She looks fine. She looks normal. She looks ready to work hard.
Exactly.
This animation looks pretty crisp.
Yeah, I think the animation looks okay and stuff like that. I guess I don't understand why they're making this yet.
Hot comes in a variety of forms. If Lola Bunny still being hot is your focus for whatever reason, maybe her attitude is hot. Her voice is hot. I'm not saying she has to be hot or should be hot. I'm just saying.
I agree.
Determining based on a series of several still images that she's not hot anymore. Maybe wait and see.
I agree. I'm right there with you, Melissa. I don't think she should be hot in this. And if you're wanting her to be hot, yeah, maybe rethink your life. I don't know. Let them be cartoon characters, man. I don't know. It's strange, but I
don't have the energy to talk about Lola Bunny.
Overall, I don't get why they're making this film in the first place. Why did we need a Space Jam 2?
I don't know. We did not need one. I don't mind this film's existence. I'm not, jazzed about it. It's like how I feel about Sonic. I eventually watched Sonic in a Discord when somebody else rented it and we all watched it together. And I'm sure that's how I will also enjoy Space Jam the second.
I don't know.
Space Jam second quarter.
So I was
Are there quarters in basketball?
Yes, there are 4 quarters.
Oh, good.
Basketball game. I was talking with my girlfriend today, and she asked me, what movie from your childhood would you want them to like remake into like a live action, or just like do a new version of? Is there something that comes to mind for you? Because I was kind of having trouble being like, I want them to like do a more modern version of this thing. The best that I could come up with was like, I'd love to see a good live action version of Detective Conan. Like, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yes.
But then that was like, I watched that when I was a teenager. That's not really my child. I mean, it is, but it's been long enough. But it just like, it's like that wasn't the stuff that I watched when I was a kid, right? Like,
when my whole life since I was 9 years old, I was alive before then, but the need runs so deep, I'll just say it took over those previous 9 years before I knew of this thing. Like it retroactively put itself in my DNA. I want a serious narrative look at Pokemon. And I'm not talking about just Pokemon as a world, not like Detective Pikachu, which is a wonderful story about a bunch of characters we've never seen before. I want Ash, Misty, Brock, Jesse, and James. I want them in a... When I say serious, I don't mean like the cliche dark, gritty reboot. I just mean like a more legitimate, emotionally consistent story that isn't just like, it's the battle of the week again. The narrative resets itself over and over again. Nobody grows. There's no continuity. I just want those characters treated like real characters for once.
Yeah, they're trying to see, because I'm pretty sure there was a Pokemon show that kind of did that. It was very short-lived, I think. I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah, there's 1,000 versions of Pokemon.
And I typed in list of Pokemon shows into Google, and there's usually like a Wikipedia page of just like, here's all the list of the shows. Release timeline. No, those are the games.
There was a Pokemon mini series, sort of. I forget how this thing was organized or what it was titled, but it was some episodes that were like it was a flashback to like how Team Rocket first met each other. I think it was a story about like Brock going back home for the first time in forever and seeing his family, or maybe it was Misty. Like they were more side story, like more character-based things, instead of being Ash is here in the forest to catch another Pokemon.
I think this might be it. I think I'm thinking of Pokemon Origins.
Yes, that's what this is.
That's the one. Yeah, so it's according to Wikipedia, it says a spin-off of the Japanese anime television miniseries based on Nintendo's Pokemon franchise. Unlike the ongoing television series, this 90-minute special features the settings and characters from the original video games, Pokemon Red and Blue, and is largely more faithful to the games' mechanics and designs. Like the television series, it was not owned by blah 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 blah. All right, cool.
This isn't it. This is I don't think this is what I'm thinking of then, because it was. I don't remember there being anything from the games in there. It was just like, here are the characters you know from the Saturday morning kids WB cartoon, and here's just dedicated stories about them.
Interesting.
I want a Pokemon movie where there's practically no battling and it's mostly talking.
A dramatic take on Pokemon. That would be interesting. I mean, Detective Pikachu did... I would like to see them explore that world more, because I think that did open the doors to that kind of thing. Right? Like a more grounded take where you can actually... What is the world like when Pokemon live right beside you? Excuse me.
Like, I don't even care about the Pokemon so much. I don't need more Pokemon in it besides Meowth. Like, I really
you just want a Team Rocket show. That's what Melissa wants.
I do.
A Team Rocket
That's all
show.
I've ever wanted, really. I just want to learn more about that weird organization and how they're structured and why they're so glamorous.
How do they get their money? Right? Like how did like, how do they all get
fake
paid?
breeding centers?
Yeah. That would be good. I would absolutely watch that. A whole Team Rocket show. That'd be good. That'd be fun. Especially with
it's untapped potential. I don't think there's anybody who wouldn't watch that.
Especially with Hollywood's kind of recent obsession of like, hey, let's do shows about the bad guys or like movies about the bad guys. Like we have Maleficent, we're getting Cruella, right? They've been hinting at a Spider-Man Sinister Six movie for a long time. We already have Venom, right?
Yeah.
We need a Team Rocket show. Make it happen.
Absolutely. Just them. Like Ash is just in it as their antagonist.
That's funny. Yeah, I would absolutely watch that. That'd be a good one.
I'd swim to Japan if they would let me write this.
Be good. Ooh. I
want Knives.
Go ahead.
I want Knives Out 2 to also be the Great Muppet Caper 2.
How so? Just like in plot, or that there are Muppets in the movie?
No, there is not a Great Muppet Caper 2. I was thinking that was one of my favorite movies when I was a little kid. And I'm like, what if there was a sequel to that? And I'm like, what if Benoit Blanc was in it? What if both of these unrelated series are like, we're making a mutual sequel together?
That'd be wild. That's not from your childhood, though, but
Muppets is from my Muppets runs deep, man. Muppets, they've always been there. Okay,
Muppets does, but yeah, we definitely do need more Benoit Blanc.
Right, because he's changed the detective game. It's hard to go back and think about any other mystery without thinking, what if he was there?
What if Benoit Blanc was here? Man. Good stuff. I'm trying to think, because like I don't necessarily want another Samurai Jack, because as good as it was, they did try to revive it in both comics and with the second show, which I haven't seen yet. But I don't feel like that series is necessarily dead yet, right? Like it's still recently on there, though I don't know if something like Dexter's Lab would really work. I would be interested like in Ed and Eddie show of like them when they're older, though I feel like have you ever seen what's the show with Nicolas Cage, Raising Arizona, right? Is that
the movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
For some reason in my mind, it's being like, that's what Ed and Eddie would be like when they're older.
God, I want a Coen Brothers adult Ed and Eddie movie.
Oh my God, by the Coen Brothers too. Yeah. Wow.
It's all a fiasco. It's a scheme gone wrong. It's a crime film.
Oh my God. It's like a collaboration between the Coen Brothers and Ryan Johnson. Just like that real sharp, fast-paced dialogue that Ryan Johnson can do, but it's just the like really weird, strange, like just strangeness that the Coen brothers have. Oh,
and how
man,
weird Ed and Eddie is to begin with.
That'd be great. Goldmine, hire us. Let's go.
HBO Max? Come on.
Right? Oh, speaking of HBO Max, should I do a DC Universe rewatch? because the Snyder Cut is coming out this month, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen Justice League. I gave up because I thought most of those movies are so bad. But I've seen Man of Steel and I've seen Batman vs Superman. I've seen what's the bad one? Hot Topic, the movie.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Yeah, I've seen that one. I never saw Justice League, but I'm kind of interested in the Snyder Cut.
I did see Justice League in the theater. I don't remember it, which I say not to disparage the film. It was just the mental state I was in. Yeah. Like, I think I saw it like the day before Thanksgiving. I was doing some shopping. I was getting ready for family celebrations. I'm like sitting in the theater, like watching Cyborg and thinking, okay, I have to have the pie in the oven by this time tonight. Like, I was not in the state to remember Justice League. But I don't know. I thought about rewatching it and I'm like, no, let me just watch the Snyder Cut, which I do intend to, because this is just such an oddity out there in the cinema world. Like, just for the novelty of it, I will watch the thing. And then maybe later, if I'm interested in the comparison, then I'll go back and watch Justice League original.
Right. Like I'm not actually interested in the DCEU, the DC universe movies that they've been making for the most part. There are exceptions, but I feel like the Snyder Cut has just, if for better or for worse, has like cemented itself as just this thing that like, I feel like I'm gonna miss out on something if I don't watch this. But I haven't seen the original yet, so I want to see the original before, so I know what to compare it to, and to be like, okay, this is what they put out originally. How is it different? What are the changes that they made? And I'm flirting with the idea, going back. Maybe I should watch them all.
Whatever your choice, I support you.
I guess they're all on HBO Max. I think.
Yes.
So I could get what is the
where else they'd live
order? It's
okay.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League,
Suicide Squad. Or I mean, I'm not going to rewatch Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I don't think it really impacts anything. I don't.
But it's those three, right? It's Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Wonder Woman. Those three.
Yeah.
And then Justice League.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I
and
then
you
do.
Could just watch Shazam again for fun. Not related, but Shazam,
good. Yeah, Shazam was actually good. I think I might do it. Because I've been kind of Sopranos'd out. I'm like now back down to an alto now, right? That joke didn't work. I'm sorry. I'm done.
I was thinking about how between Sopranos and WandaVision, you've spent a lot of time in Jersey.
I have. I've finished season 4 of The Sopranos. I am still gonna finish the show, but it's one of those things, man. I think people that really like that show watched it when it was coming out. I don't think I don't think it holds up all that well. Again, I still have 2 seasons to go, but that's the thing of like, I've spent 4 seasons watching this thing, and it's good. This isn't making any of my top list of like, oh, you need to watch this. This is amazing. It's like, it's good, but
it's good.
I don't know. Yeah, it's fine.
I understand.
But I'll get back to it eventually. I started watching the final season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So also been spending a lot of time in the Marvel universe.
Me too. I've been rewatching some movies. I run into rewatch like scroll stuff. Or anything with like anything cosmic. So I started with like watching Guardians again and Captain Marvel. Then I'm gonna dip over, watch the Spider-Man. Gonna watch Doctor Strange again. I watched most of these last year, but there's a lot of rewatchability.
The Marvel cosmic side of things in the comics, I know nothing about. That's like one of like my big like blank spaces. I'm just like, I don't really know anything about Nova or all of these.
No,
like the
I was just thinking this week that like, I think Nova might be like, who is the biggest Marvel hero of whom I still know nothing? It might be Ghost Rider. I've never seen those Ghost Rider films. But yeah, I don't know anything about Nova. I couldn't even tell you his name.
Films.
It's probably not Nova. Kyle, you know me. I'm going to watch him anyway. I can't be stopped.
For someone who enjoys Marvel content and especially like superhero stuff, yeah, I think you should watch them. They're not good by any stretch of the imagination, but they're great for like, yo, let's just get drunk and watch these and just have fun because they're ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it on my own, but I'll make my movie Discord watch it.
Right? Yeah. Let's just get a big thing of popcorn and some snacks and some alcohol and just
virtual popcorn.
Watch some Nicolas Cage.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah, but like there's whole like event books that are like solely focused on like Marvel cosmic stuff that I'm just like I don't even know who like Annihilus is or all of this stuff. So
well, I couldn't even. I was showing a picture of Annihilus. I don't think I could name him.
Yeah.
Annihilus. Annihilus
looks like a big bug guy,
I don't even
right?
know how to. Yes, a bug wearing spiky shoulder pads, a bug built for football war.
It's a bug's life, as they say.
They did say that.
Once.
Yeah, okay. Annihilus. Bug man.
Bug man.
So, watching all this WandaVision recaps and theories and deep dives, etc., people repeatedly mention House of M, a very important comic.
Yes.
In the Marvel universe. I've never read it. I just know the outline of what it contains. And now I've seen like the same 4 select panels over and over again in every WandaVision breakdown video.
Yeah.
But every time somebody says House of M, my brain says House of Mmmm. And I think about it like a Marvel cookbook.
That'd be fun.
And I wanted to pose the idea to you. If you were to theme a Marvel dinner party, what would you serve? What is the cuisine?
There has to be shawarma. That's
Absolutely.
now the thing, right? I think maybe Iron Man themed pigs in a blanket, right? Just dye like can I dye the dough red? Or like do like striped so it's like red and yellow, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a hot dog mummy, but Iron Man.
Basically, yeah. There'd probably be some kind of cookies, which would probably be the like Captain America like his shield is the icing, or it's like sprinkles or something, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so for actual like food, because man cannot
can't
live
eat hot
on
dog mummies all night unless
sprinkles and cookies alone. Yeah. I don't know. The only thing that's coming to mind right now, there's apparently, I haven't read it personally, but a friend of mine has told me about it, that there is an issue of X Factor, which is one of the like Black Ops X-Men offshoot teams where the X-Men are too soft. If we need to kill someone, we need a covert squad to like actually kill someone. So it's like
beast, right? Too cuddly.
Right. Yeah. So there's apparently an issue where Deadpool is on the team along with like Wolverine and Cyclops and stuff like that, and they're trapped somewhere. I don't know, like somewhere where there's no food, or like no one can find food. So the only one who's able to find food is Deadpool. And at first they're not really questioning it. But then they start
I wouldn't eat
questioning
something he handed me.
Right? Of like, what are you actually feeding us? And he's like, I'm getting stuff. And then it comes out that he's like slicing off his own arm and like feeding himself to them because he can just like regenerate or something.
Yes,
like that. And so he's just feeding them himself. So like some kind of like meat or steak that is like wrapped in something that looks like Deadpool's costume, right? So I think something like that would be really funny. Let's see. There has to be some kind of alcoholic drink for Hulk, because Hulk about to get smashed.
Right, and there's that neon green soda that Edward Norton made. There is. I don't remember what's in that movie except the soda.
Right. What does? I mean, I don't know. Like none of them really have like signature dishes that you see them making in the comics.
Would you like to hear the menu I tried to plan?
Sure.
I thought, okay, so let's say I rewatch all of the MCU.
Okay.
And I have a dinner party to celebrate each film that I am watching.
Ooh,
welcome to the House of cinema series. So I thought, what dish would I make for each film? Here in release order, of course, for Iron Man, you make a burger and fries.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
For
sure.
Iron Man,
that makes sense.
Iron Man 2, you make donuts. Not all of these are like real meals. Like not all of these are dinner. I just wrote down donuts. I might only eat donuts.
I'm a grown-ass adult. I'm having donuts for dinner if I really want.
Right. Tony Stark can do it. For Thor, I thought about their New Mexico setting, and I thought just like a good, hearty Southwestern breakfast burrito.
Sure.
For Captain America,
you have to have a cup of coffee with that.
Right. I'll give you a paper cup that then you can smash. I'm not giving you ceramics to smash.
You should though. That would be fun.
For Captain America, I wrote down hearty war food, which seems like an oxymoron.
Just military rations. It's just here's an old ration.
Like a stew. Like it's just like a chuck roast and potatoes or something. I wasn't
meal.
There. I don't know what they ate.
I can chew on this all day.
I'd figure out something. Or he's traveling to Europe. Maybe we'd have like fish and chips for Peggy, or we'd find like some French dish. Yeah, he was probably in France. I don't know. Also, it's been a long time since I've seen some of these movies, so I'm trying to remember. Avengers, of course, shawarma. For Iron Man 3, it's a full Christmas dinner.
Okay.
Thor: The Dark World, a movie I watched like a month and a half ago. I don't think food appears. I don't know if there's food. I didn't write anything down for that. For Captain America, the Winter Soldier, I thought, let's eat Thai food because that's on his list of things to catch up with.
Yeah.
And then I thought, side note, I should have a whole Steve Rogers catch-up night where I eat Thai food, and then I watch like everything he wrote down on his list. So I'm going to watch the moon landing. I'm going to watch footage of the Berlin Wall coming down. I'll watch an episode of I Love Lucy. I'll watch an episode of Star Trek. I'll watch Star Wars. I'll watch a Nirvana music video. I've never heard of anybody doing this, but it sounds like such a fun theme night. I also love the idea of like inviting somebody over, like, hey, come on over. We'll just chill out and watch footage from the moon landing. Like,
they'd be like, "What do you think it's fake or something?" Like, no, we're just watching
I'm sure
it.
We did it. Right? Like, do you know? Like, just watching it for fun.
Like, you're such a weirdo, Melissa. Why are you watching videos of the moon landing?
Oh, I love it. I love the moon. What else do I have? Guardians, I don't know. It's a little bit harder with space food. I thought about just making like 80s throwback snacks. I don't know. I'll have to revisit this.
Something from the 80s that is like no longer a food.
For Age of Ultron, they have that swanky like after fight party in that movie, which I really admire.
We do.
So we just eat like nice appetizers, but not too nice. Like they're not super duper fancy, but it's like it would be like a pig in a blanket, but it's like a very high quality, like buttery phyllo dough with like a smoked cured sausage and like poppy seeds or something on it. Like I bet that's what Tony is serving. Right? I bet he knows how to throw a good party. For Ant-Man, it is a Baskin-Robbins Sundae bar. Civil War, it is the chicken paprikash. I must print out the recipe on a piece of paper, just like Vision. For Doctor Strange, I eat an apple.
Is that like a stab at like an apple a day keeps the doctor away?
No, remember he like bites the apple and then he uses the time stone to make the apple like appear and disappear.
Okay, yeah.
So like if I was to have guests, I would buy a bunch of very similar looking apples and they'd finish the apple and I'd immediately replace it with an identical apple.
You need to
replicate
get like
the time stone.
You need to make like an apple mold and then like plant your own apple tree. And so when they start to grow, you like hook this mold around them so it grows in that exact shape, right? Wild.
For Guardians Volume 2, there's the iconic scene where Cracklin is sitting on the ship drinking soup and he's singing soup. So I'd make soup. I was thinking like a chicken tortilla soup, and then we could have some avocados on the side because there's also the bit where Nebula's trying to eat a food that's not ripe yet. And avocados, them and bananas are the most important, like, you have a limited time window in which you can eat this.
You have to get those just right.
Spider-Man Homecoming, it's whatever larb is.
Larb.
For Thor Ragnarok.
Wait. What is larb?
Like he goes out to dinner with Aunt May at
that Chinese
a restaurant of some form
or something.
It's Vietnamese. I regrettably do not remember the specific form of cuisine that it is, but she's eating a dish called larb, and Peter's really distracted, and she's trying to make jokes like, "Peter, I larb you."
Larb.
Thor Ragnarok, I'm sure somebody ate, but I don't remember it. I didn't write down anything for that.
Images.
For Black Panther, I want to eat the most scientific meatless meat possible because Wakanda's the place of the future. I want to honor M'Baku's vegetarian culture.
Larb looks like some kind of like hummus looking thing. Like a weird like hummus stir fry mix thing, almost like tacos. I don't know exactly what it is. Like it looks like it's
fun.
meat and there's like cilantro or something in there, or like green onions. I don't know exactly. But
I'd eat that. That sounds good.
It looks like it's served on like lettuce or something. That's what it's looking like, but who knows?
I'm down for larb.
Yeah.
For Avengers Infinity War, there is that scene where Wanda and Vision are having that touching scene together on the streets of Edinburgh, I think. Mm-hmm. And in the background behind them is some little restaurant. And very clearly in the window of the restaurant, you can see a sign that says, "We will deep fry your kebab." So I want deep fried kebabs. Yeah, and then I'm going to make some Hulka burnin' fudge. Ant-Man and the Wasp, just a pile of raspberry danishes. For Captain Marvel, I could recreate some 90s fast food item that is now defunct, such as the McDLT, which was a McDonald's hamburger served. I don't think there was anything special about the burger, but they served it to you in a special container where the hot stuff was separate from like the lettuce, tomato, and onions so that it would stay crisp. So I'd make the dumb container to eat a burger out of.
Weird.
I do that. Where am I? I'm almost done. Yeah, for Endgame, it's breakfast. It's a big Hulk breakfast. For Spider-Man Far From Home, I wrote down romantic spaghetti. Now for WandaVision, you eat your breakfast for dinner. But maybe instead of pancakes, it's a funnel cake. And that is my exhaustive MCU dinner party plans. I hope to bring this to fruition when I may host friends for dinner parties again.
There you go.
Thank you for your
showing
time.
an old McDLT commercial on stream. It's like people dancing, and it's kind of wild. Weird.
I don't even know what it stands for.
The new McDLT.
Dominate lettuce tomato.
Dominate lettuce tomato.
Oh, McDLT. It's not McDLT. It's McDonald's lettuce and tomato. I understand. I see it now.
I guess it's just a burger with lettuce and tomato then?
Which you could get already, I suppose. But like it's in a container with 2 boxes. So burger, cheese, bun over there. Lettuce, tomato staying crisp on the other side.
Oh, that picture's so small.
When did the McDLT live? When did it live and die?
The commercial I was showing was from the 80s. So it looks like late 80s,
McDLT.
maybe early 90s.
Yeah, wow. 1985 commercial.
Oh, the pin. Look at that. The McDLT.
Oh, okay.
Lapel pin.
Okay,
That's
it lived
cool.
From at least 1985 to 1998, so Captain Marvel could have eaten a McDLT.
There you go. Wild stuff. Fast food. What do they think of next? You know? Okay, how many other movies do we have here? We just did Captain Marvel.
I reached the end of it.
Okay, I must have
I kept talking while you were looking at the McDLT.
I missed the last ones. Oh well. Endgame. Dust. You're just a bunch of dust.
Dust. No, you're eating a hearty Hulk breakfast. Or like Scott tacos.
Scott tacos. Sam says if you have a
some
kiosk, you
options
could recreate the McDLT. Probably. Yeah.
Mm.
Indeed. That'd be fun though to do, or to do like a Marvel themed like dinner murder mystery thing.
Yes.
Or like a live action like Among Us thing of like which one is the scroll?
Why isn't there a scroll skin for Among Us?
They absolutely should be. They should be like, hey, Marvel Games, let's get to use Marvel skins.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be fun. I still haven't played Among Us.
I played it the one time. We had a little Whatnauts game night. Didn't live stream it or anything. It was just for us, just for funsies.
Just for funsies. We'll do another one of those soon. I also just got a capture card in my computer, so I now can hook up my PlayStation 5 up to my computer and play games on that and stream them and stuff like that. So I can do more than just computer games now. It's exciting.
Nice. Advanced.
Advance, indeed. That I would 100% be down with that though, of like a Marvel murder mystery dinner party. That'd be so much fun.
Yes.
You have to come dressed
What's
as your character. I have no idea. It's like
it's just WandaVision.
the host
the biggest
is
mystery of them all.
Nick Fury or someone, right? And they're like, one of us in this room is not who they say they are. They've killed someone, right? And they have to, like, you're given like certain lines of like, you were here at this time and stuff like that. Like, these are the facts that you need to know, but the rest of it you can kind of make up and just be your character.
Have you ever done one of those?
I haven't.
A murder mystery of dinner of any kind?
I wonder if we can do one digitally. Like, could we do one on Skype or something? Because that would be
There's got to be ways to do it. Somebody's hacked this by now.
That I think that'd be a fun, like, Patreon exclusive thing where you just get all of the Whatnauts hosted. Like, let's all just eat dinner together and do like a murder mystery thing. Like, yeah, that'd be so much fun.
Just us eating mashed potatoes and accusing each other.
Right? That sounds great. It was you. I know
it. Hold on. I have to get more gravy. I'll be right back.
She's the scroll. She's the scroll. That'd be good. That'd be fun.
I like finding out who a scroll is because scrolls are pretty good. So, like, you're trying to solve a mystery, but at the end, you know, there's nothing that sinister happening.
Scrolls are good in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That was kind of one of the big twists that, like, in the comics, they're not. They're not the good guys. So, I don't know. Shapeshifters, though. What can you do?
Oh. So this week on the review show, we're going to be talking about the comic book The Vision, which I'm halfway through. Very impressed so far. But at one point, they call back to the Skrull cows, which I only know because we read the first 10 issues of Fantastic Four from like 1962, which is where we meet the Skrulls. They've been here the whole time. And they turn the Skrulls into cows, and the Skrulls just live as cows in a nice
rest of their lives. He's like 3 cows just shot at me. I'm glad so you got to see that. Yeah, that was like, oh, Melissa's like, gonna love this.
My comic experience is so narrow. I'm like, what perfect cosmic harmony that I've read the one thing that this is referencing.
So good. So good. And it's funny because that's on a, like, they're doing a flashback for a character who I don't think you know anything about, but he's in another one of my favorite books. And this is like one of the, like, after that book gets done, this is like the second thing that you see him in after that. So there's this idea of like, we don't know what happened to him for like years, and so they do this whole like, here's all the things he did. He joined this team and he did that and he fought against that, and right.
Wow. Yeah.
So good stuff. Yeah, that's absolutely one of my favorite comics of all time. I'm excited to see what you think, Melissa, of The Vision. It's definitely an interesting one for sure. I'm gonna have to go back and like retroactively put into our WandaVision finale reactions and mention that, because we forgot to mention that on that show. That like, hey, be on the lookout for that. So I'll record that on my own or something. And
thank you.
Fit that in there. We can do some cross-pollination. Right? Yeah.
This is what bees do.
Right? Yeah. This is all I got when my parents were like, birds and the bees, right? Yeah. Bam. Fingers laced.
Fingies.
Fingies. That's the only thing that they said was just like, fingies.
Fingies.
And I was just like, okay. Mom, have you had a little bit too much to drink there? That'd be great.
Kyle, you have written down on our idea sheet what movies can you quote the most? And I am curious what yours is.
So I think for me, my top two that I can quote the most, whether I like it or not, is Nacho Libre and Hot Rod.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like I typically don't watch very many comedies and stuff like that, but this is absolutely like my, or I guess like one of my brands of humor comedy stuff. I don't watch movies like that often. But yeah, I've seen Nacho Libre so many goddamn times that I can basically quote that entire movie.
Wow.
And Hot Rod, I haven't seen as much, but it was so memorable to me that I'm like, there's a good number of things that I might not get exactly right, but if I say it, you and you've also seen it, like you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I have not. This is my Hot Rod story. I've never seen it.
Great story. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Melissa.
Story. No. Like my first week at college, there was some girl I met during some welcome week thing. I don't remember her name. I don't think we talked more than like 3 months after that. You know, those welcome week friends you get that are...
It happens, yeah.
You know. Yeah. But she invited me over to the house of somebody who she was like in some school club with. And it was like it was a ton of people there. And there was like one room in the basement full of girls watching Mean Girls. And that's where my friend was. That's where I was. I don't think it was like designated like men here, women there, but that just happened. Oh, but like all the guys were in the other room watching Hot Rod. And that was my first time seeing Mean Girls. And I'm like, yeah, I get what people are talking about now. I like this, but like I didn't relate to it. Like I respected it. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like, yes, that was my high school experience.
Yeah.
But then I'm hearing all of these people from the other room cackling at Hot Rod. I can't hear Hot Rod, but I can hear the commotion over Hot Rod.
Their laughter.
And I'm like, I kind of wish I was seeing Hot Rod instead. Like then I don't have to look at it like a mirror of my own life and think back on my high school experiences. I've never been in a
Andy Samberg. Race. It's some of the like, it's the SNL cast. I don't even know all of their names.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Ian McShane is in it too.
Ian McShane?
Yeah. It's wonderful. It's about a kid who lost his father. His father is deceased, and he wants to be a stuntman. And he's just this like amateur stuntman trying to work like local birthday parties and stuff like that, and he's just bad. He's bad at it. But yeah, it's great. If you like the like Andy Samberg style of comedy or like Nacho Libre, like that style of stuff, this is absolutely for you.
We have Bill Hader, Danny McBride, Isla Fisher,
there you go.
Sissy Spacek coming out of nowhere there. Happy to see her. Chris Parnell, Will Arnett, our buddy Ian McShane. What an outline. Someday I will watch Hot Rod. I've got a lot of
it's a good one.
Comedy holes to fill in my life.
I think not only our life, but I think the review show too. Like we don't do very many comedy movies on there.
Yeah. I think sometimes it's a little trickier to talk about because it's just like, that was funny. I also thought this was funny. Good. Like comedy is slightly more difficult to break down than something a bit more serious, but I'd be down for trying it. I think a movie that I can quote pretty well is Wet Hot American Summer, which is one of the movies I've watched the most in my adult life. Like a movie I discovered as an adult and repeated to watch a bunch of times like I was a kid again. I think just about every year since I've discovered it, I watch Wet Hot American Summer. feel like I can quote Napoleon Dynamite pretty well. The other side of the coin to
I can do
Nacho
that one.
Libre.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Those are the only two that really come to mind of like, oh, these are just real quotable for me.
I might know every word to Good Burger.
Good Burger's another one. Oh my god. My girlfriend was watching it like 2-3 weeks ago, just randomly. Didn't tell me, and we happened to be on the phone just doing our own things, and I heard something like I heard like a string of words, like half a sentence, and I recognized it immediately, and I was like, oh my god, are you watching Good Burger? She was like, yes, don't make fun of me. I was like, this is amazing. That movie is great. It was something about like Mondo, and I was like, like Mondo Burger?
Yes.
What is this?
Who talked while Kurt was talking?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I uttered.
The movie's so good. I used to own it on DVD. I asked for it for Christmas one year, and I got it, but now I don't know what happened to it. I lost
I still
it
have my DVD. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it because how will I ever find it again should I want it?
Sam says the only thing I remember about Good Burger is I'm a psychopath.
Pieces of meat patty, something or nothing.
I'm a dude. You're a dude. He's a dude. We're all dudes. Hey. That's a good one. Good film, man. They don't make them like they used to. You know?
When was our last great burger-based film?
Old. That's what they need to bring back.
The Harold and Kumar series.
Give me the gritty Good Burger remake that we deserve, right? Corporate espionage and everything.
Oh my, corporate espionage Good Burger. Halt and Catch Fire Good Burger. Halt and Eat Burger.
I want to make a burger that will make people happy. The burger that no one can live without, right? Just imagine Lee Pace like firing up like a whole room of employees there.
He's dressed the same, but wearing one of those little paper hats.
And Keaton and Kel have to be some of the people that are working for him. They have to be in it.
They're the Lev and Yo-Yo of the story.
Yeah. Home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order, please? So good.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I think that is also a good place to wrap up this podcast.
Yes.
So before we get out of here, we'll do a little bit of housekeeping. If you guys did not know, we have multiple podcasts here at The Whatnauts. You guys can find out more information on our website, thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. Just type in The Whatnauts and all of our shows will pop up right there. If you like what we do, patreon.com/thewhatnauts is where you can support us for as little as $1 a month. We do have a $3 tier with all kinds of exclusive content, and a big shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier. So thank you, Sam, who's been here in the chat,
Sam.
And says, Keenan is apparently hosting the Kids' Choice Awards this year. So there you go.
The happy kids still chose this year.
Right. I choose him. Sorry, Pikachu.
Kenan Thompson is my starter.
Right, yeah. We are also here live on Twitch each Friday night, as well as a Wednesday night. We are playing video games here on Twitch, as well as Sunday night too. I will be here streaming, playing something. Who knows what? Lately, I've been playing Sunset Overdrive. So if you guys like all of that stuff, twitch.tv/the Whatnauts is where you can find us, and you can support us there as well. You can subscribe. Tier 1 subscription is about $4.99. However, if you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. All you have to do is link your accounts. Super simple. And then you have a free Twitch Prime subscription to give away to the streamer of your choice. And we'd love that to be us, because you don't have to pay anything extra, and it's free money for us, which means we can make bigger and better shows. Melissa,
Kyle,
what's on your mind?
I Googled Sunset Overdrive. When you said those words, I figured this was an outrun game. Like, it's just a simulator of you driving an outrun car into a sunset made out of gradient lines. No, it looks very different. It's some brightly colored sunny shooting game.
Yeah, it's by Insomniac is the developer, and it's about this company that makes a brand new energy drink that turns people into these like mutant monsters, and they become addicted to it, and so you have to go kill them. They basically start the apocalypse. So there you go. That's that game.
Now I'm just looking at some outrun sunsets to set my palette back to normal.
Must find Vaporwave quick. Melissa, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. And listen to my other podcast, Saturday Morning Obscurities, where we talk about weird old kids shows you feel like only you remember. So if you liked our topics today, talking about the old shows from when we were a kid that we'd like to see come back in another form, then Saturday Morning Obscurities may be for you.
Indeed. You guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter. If you guys want to stay up to date with all our shows, we are at the Whatnauts on Twitter. So go like, share, subscribe. You guys know the deal with all of that stuff. Please go rate and review us. If you have some nice words to say, we would appreciate that and love you a lot if you guys went and did that. If you have not already, which is maybe most of you, but that would help us out if you guys could do that. But that wraps us up. This has been episode 133 of The Captain's Log. We will be back next week. Bye.
Bye.